Hello and welcome back to On the Workbench. Today we're taking a look at my broken, if you will, Craftsman leaf vacuum and blower. I got this back in 2012. I believe I bought this from Ace Hardware. And as you can maybe see here, the bag has basically blown a hole in it, and it no longer actually works to collect leaves. It just blows them out. And so maybe I could stitch this up, but I wanted to replace it, and I was having some troubles trying to figure out a replacement, so that's why I'm making this video. So I was hoping I could just buy a brand new bag assembly and just move on, but I couldn't quite find the right part number for this specific blower. And so what I did find was this bag. Admittedly, it's about maybe 20–25% smaller than what the other bag was, but it came with this similar type fitting, and this was marketed as a Black & Decker replacement bag, so I thought I was onto something. Turns out, however, that while this coupling works just fine on it, the coupling here is just a little bit too small and is not the same size coupling, which is not really surprising that they would have basically changed the coupling to be able to match a specific tool, so you can't mix and match parts. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be retrofitting this, I don't know if we want to call it a adapter, onto this bag. So let's start with the old bag that's basically trash, and we're going to be working through here to extract the adapter from it. I'm going to start by opening up the bag. And then working my way here to the assembly. So you can see this on the back side here. And if I can grab this from around here, I'm going to use some scissors. And all that holds this together is basically a zip tie. So if I can get in here, then I can basically extract the zip tie from this, and this adapter should come right out. So I'm just going to use a pair of scissors. I'm going to be a far less careful with this one than what I will be with the new replacement bag, obviously, because the goal here is simply to extract this collar from the bag. And here, one of the things I can see already, what I think may have initiated that failure was the zip tie that was in here. That's actually pretty sharp for where they cut it. That I find that to be kind of disappointing, and I think that's the likely source of the initial failure here of being able to, the fabric starting to rip as a result of that. And now we can see what's left of this collar. And now we just have to be able to basically get this apart. It looks like they actually may have come around. You can sort of see here the zip tie. That once we just pop the zip tie, I'll use probably a razor blade here to cut it, and then we should be good to go. So my strategy for cutting this, I think one of the easier, more effective ways is just to simply use a pair of tin snips. These usually have a pretty stiff cutness. Usually have a pretty stiff ability for me to get into weird spots, to be able to get weird cuts. You can see I'm able to get underneath that snap right there. There we go. Snap off. And now our good collar is extricated, and this is the collar that is good. So now we need to put this onto the new bag. Or obviously, if you were so inclined, you could go ahead and sew your own bag now with just this collar. It's up to you. I'm not that crafty to be able to sew my own bag, so I'm going to use the other one from Black & Decker. Just a quick lineup here again. You can see there's a couple other differences here besides this one being just a touch wider. The lock on these is just a little different. This is kind of a, call it a teardrop, and that's a square shape. And so we need to get this into here, and that's our next task. If we turn this bag inside out, it's interesting, there's this same kind of, I don't know, sheer fabric or cloth that surrounds this. And since this bag is brand new, I don't really need to do a lot of other extricating to get to everything. This is all just right here. The leaves and time have not worn this excessively. And so now with the zip tie exposed, now with the zip tie exposed, now all I need to do is just come back in here and try to get my cutters on it and do as minimal damage to the fabric as I can. There we go. That's now popped off. There's a zip tie, and this one they did a better job of snipping the end that was left. And now this collar here pops out. Notice how the lock is closer to the camera. Take our new collar, lock closest to the camera, just to make sure we get the right orientation here. We'll pull this up and over here. And now we're ready to go ahead and put on a new zip tie. All right, so what I've got here as a replacement, this isn't perfect. These are a pair of 8-inch zip ties that I'm going to go ahead and daisy chain together. Something like that on one end to hopefully give me the reach all the way around to get it back together. We'll come back and trim that up whenever we're done. So we'll just bring this around. And remember, there's a little groove in this adapter here to be able to tighten down. And then if you've got a zip tie tool, this is a K-Tool one. I've got another video all about this. I'll try to put a card up in the upper right-hand corner all about this. That is designed to help flush up the zip tie and then to give it a nice flush cut. So there's one. And two. And then now we've got our nice new clean end, and you never know the amount of surgery that we did on this to get it to be this way. So just your really quick tip for the day, I'll put a link below for the part number and an Amazon link for this below. So if you're interested in needing to do the same thing for your own blower, you know where to order the parts. If you found this video useful and interesting, give it a thumbs up. Click the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.